This is the real concrete jungle.
Where I'm from, yeah. I'm from a concrete jungle in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
The concrete jungle.
Welcome to the Concrete Jungle Podcast, in-depth artist interviews, where we'll be diving a little deeper with some of your favorite artists from all around the world and introduce you to some dope people you never knew you needed to know. Shout out to Island City Media Group for bringing you the Concrete Jungle every Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. California Fresh Coast, West Coast time. Make sure you guys tap in and download that Dash Radio app. We are streaming live music 24/7. Check it out, y'all. Tonight, we are welcoming to the Concrete Jungle, a fresh off the block artist, an MC, a battle rapper, a true bar heavy rap artist. Please welcome to the Concrete Jungle, my Chelu, my Oos, NATO up in the building, yo.
The Concrete Jungle.
What's good? Appreciate you, Concrete Jungle, for letting me hop on this thing. Y'all got a movement going, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Yeah, definitely, Oos. It's been a long time coming, Oos. You know what I'm saying, for us to be able to sit down. You a busy man, you know what I'm saying? And we're moving and shaking as we're doing our thing over here in the Concrete Jungle. And for everyone, maybe getting a chance to meet you for the first time, give us a formal introduction. You know what I'm saying, Oos? Who you are, where you from?
So, I go by NATO, as my guy just introduced. I reside on the west side of the states, Southern Cali. I'll be in Garden Grove, but I'll be everywhere. I'm in Garden Grove right now, you know what I'm saying? So from Garden Grove to Long Beach to IE, my guys be showing love and shit. But yeah, man, I make music, I produce music, I record music, I'm an artist, I do all the above. So, you know what I'm saying? I be seeing a lot of talent on here, and I wanted to tap into, get in the mix of things, even like hopefully come up with some dope collabs that I see on the page and stuff.
That's what's up, Oos. And like I said, we are the Concrete Jungle. We specialize in just highlighting, all of our artists out there who might not be able to get introduced to, everyone that's, from Cali to Samoa to even Guam. You know what I'm saying? So give us a little bit of your heritage, your background coming up. And
okay, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm Cruz on one side and Castro on the other. My mom and pops are both from Guam. You know what I'm saying? I'm raised in the States here, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to all my island people, you know what I'm saying? Chamorros, Usos, whatever you may be, Hawaiian, Tongan, you know what I mean? New Zealand, all that good stuff, man. I love watching the island movie, but yeah, that's a little bit where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? I like trying to put myself, my island people, Guam, everything on the map, you know what I mean? By doing what I do and doing it to a high level of quality.
Definitely, man. And I've been fucking with you for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing you circulating through the battle rap world. And I always got to say this, man, it's refreshing to always see, our Guam brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? Moving and shaking and telling y'all story, and so you coming from Garden Grove, what is it like growing up Guamanian over here on the west side?
Oh, man. Yeah, so I have these convos with all my island homies all the time. It's like being Chamorro or from Guam. It's like we're almost like the minorities of the minorities. You know what I mean? So it's the cool thing is I gravitate to anybody pretty Pacific Islander, because it's like there's not many Chamorros in terms of in terms of if you're comparing it to like the amount of Usos I see like kicking it, like the amount of like Hawaiians, like like from every island, like there's so we kind of always float in the middle of everything, but that's why I fuck with my Usos heavy, man, because Garden Grove, I'm Garden Grove, Westminster, Long Beach is right up the road, so like so yeah, so it's kind of like always been wanting to like stamp my identity and things, but at the same time show respect and love,
Definitely, yo. And I do see you representing, for all the Guam brothers out there and, all the Chelus out there. And what brought you to doing music in the first place?
So other than the basic answer of like, I love music, that's like the very broad basic one. But I think growing up, I think the representation thing, I think growing up, I never really saw any figures that were from where my background's from. I never saw anybody that was like, a figure of any type of success, I guess, in over here in the West culture, I guess, that was that would, you'd see a Guam flag, or they'd say tomorrow, you know what I mean, like say tomorrow, like even in sports, really, you know what I mean, like who's, I think Zach Banner is like the first like person we've seen go to the pros, like from you know what I mean, that's tomorrow stuff. So why, like a big thing of me in music was identity. Like I said, when I found music, I found that you were able to create this thing, say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do, and kind of stamp who you are into what you do. So when I found that little niche of like, yeah, okay, I can say who I am, where I'm from, blah, 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 and I can stamp that, like, and make people listen, like, you know what I mean? Like, and have people listen to that and know and get a little bit of knowledge of where I'm from. That kind of grew, you know, beyond my just love for music and cool sounding songs and stuff. Like the identity part is for me what was like, got me really hooked into it, you know what I mean? Being able to say who I am, where I'm from, and not feel and be unapologetic about it, basically.
Yeah, that's what it's got to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's in our blood, just as Islanders, period. You know, we unapologetic about just, you know, being proud of, you know, who we are and where we come from. Yeah. And, you know, I salute you, brother. You are the first Chamorro on our podcast here at the Concrete Jungle. So it's an honor, Oos. I appreciate that, Chelu. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So welcome to the Concrete Jungle formally, you know what I'm saying? Always welcoming you with open arms and open heart, just saying thank you, Oos. And you know what, you touching base on, you know, sports real quick. And it reminded me that I know you're familiar with the Trinity League, right? So you grew up playing sports a little bit yourself, right?
Right. Yeah. That's all. I mean, that's all my young life like was sports. Just, I mean, like I'm sure a lot of Islanders can relate to that with just, you know what I'm saying, like just sports, their early life being filled with just being in sports.
Definitely. What's more nerve-wracking, bro? Getting ready for a game, hitting the field, or about to hit the stage?
Man, so the crazy thing about that is with nerve-wracking, like I think of that, right? But I think what a lot of Islanders can relate to as well is we've kind of been performers since we were young,
right?
Like aside from sports, like don't even think of us being a musician, sports, whatever. We've kind of performed since we were young, you know, parties, whatever, like whatever dances you were in. So I will say so. Being in front of crowds, being in front of people, I always tell people, because we were doing it when we were younger, I don't think you develop that fear of being in front of people. Aside from not being in front of big crowds, right? Or crowds, like if you weren't in front of crowds when you was young, and then you develop fear as a person, right? Those big crowds become nerve-wracking. So if I'm trying to compare, right, the nerve-wracking like of strapping up your helmet before you're walking out on a big game versus the stage, it's tough because the stage is kind of just you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of you where you know what I mean, football, whatever sport may be, you have like your teammates. So I would say the stakes are both up there. You know what I mean? Like you losing the big game versus potentially messing up a whole performance that's just completely you. You know what I mean? So it could go bad both ways. You know what I'm saying? But I would say it's hard to compare. If I pick one, I would probably, if I had to pick one, if I'm playing the game, I'm gonna pick on the stage because it's you. So I mean, so God forbid, and hopefully you got the DJ on lock. Hopefully you got the sound guys on lock. Hopefully you got the microphone good and it's not messing up. Because if any little that happens, everybody only is looking at you.
Right.
On stage, you know what I mean? So that's what I'll say. Like, you know, for the answer, which one's nerve-wracking, that's what I'll say for the sake of the game. You know what I mean? But yeah, both can be very devastating if it doesn't go right. That's for sure.
No shit, right? Yo, speaking of, you know, the music and all, so you started taking your hand into some production. How's that going?
Yeah, so to be honest, before any type of rapping and none of that, I was producing first.
Oh, okay.
Because when I was young, you know, like with all the cousins, as a lot of Islanders have cousins, when we would be doing our just little dance things, whatever, like, you know, messing around, there was kind of a need to make the music. Like, you know, when we have ideas of we want to smash these songs together, whatever, there kind of needed to be. So that's kind of what my first hand in production was kind of like, okay, be able to connect these two songs together or whatever, make a beat or something for whatever, you know what I mean? So that kind of steamrolled into producing, you know, music. And honestly, it was just a necessity. Like from producing to learning how to engineer, because I mean, I do that as well. I record people. I write music, you know, like, so it was a necessity basically because I didn't really have people around me. Like when I was producing, I didn't have people around me that was rapping like that. You know what I mean? Like as opposed to other people or groups that come up and they got a producer and their homie or their day one rap. So it was kind of like I produced. It's like, okay, who's gonna rap on it? Okay, well, I guess I need to do that too. So it kind of just steamrolls and you kind of become a jack of all trades. You kind of just be able to wear different hats. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how the producing came into play.
That's dope. What are you enjoying right now the most of the whole artist part? Is it the being the artist or the producer? Where you find the enjoyment?
So yeah, that's a good question, man. Because right, as artists know, there's you know, if it's a project in mind, there's everywhere from the production, the early brainstorming stages, to producing it, to recording it, to performing it, and then to dropping it, to releasing it, then trying to book shows for it. Like there's a whole and I would say I think every level of it has, you know, its appreciation, but man, there's nothing like when you're done with something. Like it's not even out yet, and like I'm talking specifically when you're done with it and it's not even out yet, like your boys haven't even heard it, like maybe your guy at the studio heard it, maybe your one cousin heard it or something, but it ain't even out yet. That like satisfaction of being like you know what I mean, like and this is post mixing production time, like this is when it's like, oh man, you get to sit back and go like, all right, like, yeah, this is what's good. This is what's gonna be out. Like this right is gonna be out, and it's like that right there to me is like my favorite part, I'd say, because it's right. It's judged, I guess. You know, it's not out for people to say this and that, because you know that's gonna come with it though. You know it's gonna come with it. People are gonna like this, not like that, whatever, and that's all good. That comes with it. I have no problem with whatever someone's opinion of the music. Like that's cool to me. But like that time of like where it's like to yourself and it's ready to go, and you're just like, damn, like, well, you know, if it's a project the last 6 months or whatever, how long you've been working on it, you know what I mean? Like that's my favorite part about it. You know what I'm saying? Is being the artist. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. You know. And a lot, you know, what's crazy is that a lot of artists don't get to experience that because, you know, they either throw in the towel or they just don't even complete projects. But I know exactly what you mean. That's just that little moment of just clarity, and you probably share it to just yourself sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, because it's, you know, it's gratifying. It's you know what I mean. It's something that you just feel inside, bro. Like, well, you know, it's an accomplishment, huge accomplishment.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment. Yeah, exactly. It's an accomplishment before. You know, because other people look at accomplishment and go, oh, it's an accomplishment that you released it or it's doing good. And it's like man, like the accomplishment comes way before that. Like the accomplishment is like got it done, like to myself, you know what I mean? To myself, like, yeah, exactly. If you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about. That pocket of time where it's just to you and you finished it.
Definitely. And I think you said something that a lot of artists could learn from in what you just said right here. Like, as long as you know where you at with your music, your writing, and your creative path, it really don't matter what people think about what you're doing and the material releasing. You know what I'm saying? And I love how you just touched base on that right there, man. Yeah, so that's what's up.
That's such a big thing, a big deal to me, is that I look at it like this, like cold cut, like for real. Whether someone's opinion of what I do, I'm talking like not just someone, not a friend, not like a distant. I'm talking like your homie that's right there in the studio with you. Like I'm talking your cousin that you see every day. Like I'm talking like that level of close. My honest, you know, opinion of that is whether it's negative or positive, right? I let those hold the same weight. And meaning, and people go, what do you mean by that? Like, you don't like, if someone doesn't like it, I look at it like this. If my drive to do music, right? If I let it waver on whether someone thinks they like it or not, right? If I let it waver on that, dude, then I'll lose my mind.
Right.
Because then that means that not only cousin 1, cousin 2, friend 3. So then take 20 people that you know, right? If your thought process hindered on every single one of their opinions, dude, you're gonna go crazy, right? You finna be mad. Right. You feel, oh, so and so liked it, but they didn't. You're gonna go crazy. So that's why I let those hold the same weight, whether it's negative or positive. I look at it like this, bro. I made something out of thin air for you to have an opinion on, right? Like, I'm satisfied with that. Like, you know what I mean? Because like it's, and not only that, bro, people change their minds every day. Like,
it's true.
People change their opinions. There's songs, there's movies, there's food that people didn't like at one time, and then now they do like, or they do like it and they don't like it. So I look at someone and I go, like I showed you, if I'm running through, run artists out there, I'm sure you showed your homie songs. This is the one. 2 songs later, no, this is the one. And I'm like, bro, I just made you change your mind 7 times in the last 10 minutes. Like, so how can, like, so that's why I'm saying, like, you can't sit on, like, if someone's liking your thing, you know what I mean? Like, you got to do it for you, bro, because you got to do it for you, period.
Yo, that's real right there. As long as you rocking with your shit, that's all that matters. And you'll be amazed by the amount of people you touch that's outside your circle. And that's just real shit. Speaking of, you're speaking heavily on the cousins, man. I want to tap in because, I got much love for the fams. Shout out to the cruisers out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All the cousins and everything. Too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Westlake fam. So, I want to touch base on this because you had a personal experience that, like, not anyone, to a lot of people don't, experience battle rap with your cousin Trav. So let's talk about being able to experience that right there. You know what I'm saying? With the fam. Well, hold on real quick. Let's take it to even further in that. Bringing you to the beginning of battle rap. Coming out of music, what just, what pulled back and shot that gun to say, yo, I'm in it. Let's go.
Yo, so that's crazy because I always, getting into music, you always, like everybody, you get into watching it, you know what I mean? And I think for me, it was like, okay, this sport, right, is strictly words, like at the base of it. That's what it is.
Yep.
It's words, and it's 2 people saying the most offensive stuff they possibly can to each other, right?
Right.
I go, well, I'm good at that. Like, I can offend the shit out of someone if I want to. Like, I don't be walking around trying to do that, but in that sport, like, bro, I
do this for fun.
Bro, I grew up in Islander culture, bro. You grow up around assholes, bro. That's how it is.
Shit.
Like your cousins, your uncles, your aunties growing up are all in a way like assholes, like in a way. Like,
but they mold you into that asshole, right, where you could, that sharp tongue.
Like, they mold you into this, like, you can't take yourself that serious. Like, right, you got to be able to joke, right? You got to be able to joke. And if if it's your time in the circle of a party, if it's your time to get cracked on, bro, you ain't gonna be crying over there, right? You gotta laugh. So I looked at the sport as that. I go, like, okay. I was like, bro, I'm from Guam, right? They're gonna think I'm Asian, like all this. I already knew all the cliche stuff they would say to me because I've been told that since I was a kid. And I was like, what are they gonna say to me that I already know they would, like, what are they gonna say to me that I didn't hear in my life already? Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. And I was like, not only that, but like we're just rhyming, we're just talking shit, bro. I'm good at that. I got thick skin. Like, you're gonna get, I knew, this is why I looked at it. This person is gonna get emotional way before I ever would. Right. And that's how you know you won the battle. Like, when you and the people out there that don't know battle rap, basically, if you rapping to someone, right, and they're talking in the middle of when you're rapping to them, that's how you know they're getting emotional, because you're starting to touch buttons that they don't like, and they're having to, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how we got into it, man. I never thought I would, and then just all of a sudden, randomly, we like just how life goes. We met someone that did, and blah blah blah. Then I seen the video of you. I seen video of you doing your thing, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let me step in here and help my guy D, like, let me help my guy show them, like, yeah, like, we're a different breed over here. You're not just rapping to a white guy. You're not rapping to a Mexican guy, not an Asian guy. You're not rapping to another black guy. You're rapping to an island boy here. It's just different.
Yeah, boy.
You know what I mean? Like, you can clip that part right there and put it on the podcast. Like, you ain't talking to nobody normal, bro. Us island boys different, bro. It's on me, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but it was just fun, man. It was fun. Like, you know, your son, your brother's son, ask them why they like to play football. They're gonna go I like to go out there and hit someone. I was like, oh, like, that's where we from, bro. Like, it's the same thing metaphorically. So, and I know after playing, you know, like, my after thing of sports in life was music. So it was a perfect sport that you get to be raw in. You get to be raw and let all that out in something that's not gonna, hopefully, you know, escalate to, you know what I mean, like, because fighting's nothing, man. Like, we're Islanders. We scrap with our cousins growing up. You scrap with your brother growing up. That's nothing. Like, I'm not here to fight, bro. I'm here to talk that shit, and I'm better at talking shit than most of y'all here. So that's basically in a nutshell what attracted me to the sport, and that's all I needed. I was like, I already know, you know what I mean, the levels of smack, the levels of, I know what they're looking for from the West Coast. Geechee Gotti's what they're looking for from the West Coast. Shout out to Geechee, homie, all that. But I already know what they're looking for from the West Coast, you know. So I knew I was never that. So that means I got nothing to lose, bro. Like, let's go. What we doing? You know,
it's funny, man. Let's talk some real shit about battle rap, because, you know, I remember talking to some of the cats in A-Hat, and I would literally be looking at them like, these motherfuckers is like got hip hop twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some guys that just get walked into the culture, and you know what I'm saying, and think they got like an entitled opinion about shit.
Well, yeah,
you know
because well, first of all, that, like, yeah, that's just the thinking your opinion's entitled. But secondly, how I negate all thinking and caring about all those guys is that you could tell when someone found their voice in battle rap, or if they were already, you know, a rapper or into music prior to battle rap. Right? And that's the thing everybody knew about you, I would say. Out the gate, everybody knew, like, this dude Devo is more of the lyricist out the gate already than this guy, right? Because so that's kind of how it goes, is, and there, because bro, imagine try to put your head into someone that didn't do music or rap, and all of a sudden the first voice you find in rap is battle rap. Bro, you're gonna kind of think you're something you're not, bro. Like, because that's kind of what the sport entails, right? Yeah. The sport is about, I'm a three, but I got, you know what I mean? And that's cool. But beyond that, it's like, hey, bro, like, you wasn't doing none of that before battle rap. Like, battle rap made you. That's real shit. Like, that's going to create a different kind of individual than someone like you or me, or someone that was into music way before this. There's an appreciation. There's a level of knowing the work ethic, knowing the ins and outs of it, before just all of a sudden, like, just imagine your first voice is trying to talk like you the shit. Like, right, without putting no work in.
That's a big ego boost. Hell yeah.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's like, oh man, what? And then I got one battle in. Oh, bro.
And the crowd was feeling my shit.
Right, bro. The biggest facade, dude, is a guy having one battle, and all of a sudden the next, like, online, like, they talking about, bro, give me anybody, all three. Like, bro, who do you think you are, bro?
It's like, bro, you had a moment and your whole family was there in the front row, dog. You can't. That's real shit, man. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from battle rap?
I would say how to keep your poise, bro. Like, fuck a bar, fuck a scheme, fuck a dope round, bro. How to keep your poise. And I would say the first example of that was I was probably 3 battles in, maybe. And I battled a dude who's from Compton, from the block, all that, blued up and everything. And that whole set was in the room, bro. There's probably 100 people at the show. Over half of the show is probably they set, bro.
Nice.
And I got my cousin behind me. That's it.
Yep.
Glommed up everything. They all blue ragged up. And I'm in the battle and I'm going like the Nate in me, right? Nate, not NATO, because NATO's it's a whole different. But Nate knew, like it was like, yo, the shit you're about to say to this, the shit NATO's about to say to this guy. Other than the setting, you should probably never say that to this guy. But then all of a sudden, NATO taps in and it goes, I'm gonna tell you every little bit of everything I have to say to you. And after I whooped his ass, after the fact, because I mean, Islanders, our heads on your head got to be on a swivel at all times. This is natural,
right?
And after I murdered the dude, right? All his homies, like after the battle, saw me outside, blah blah. I'm just chilling, they walk, a bunch of them walk up, like, hey yo, like, good shit, NATO. Like even some of them joking, like, hey yo, why you gotta do my boy like that? And it was like, and when you ask me what my biggest lesson when I say poise is because in the battle, I gotta keep my poise, bro. I'm like especially when his rounds going, bro. His rounds going, they're all. I mean, what you think? They're holding up everything, flagged. It's all good, right? Yeah. I got to keep my poise. Anybody else? Imagine someone gets started emotional, or someone getting scared. Nah, bro, that's the worst thing you could do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I knew because I found my voice before battle rap. I knew this guy 3 rounds versus me. You are not beating me. It's not gonna happen. So I trusted my material. But to be able to get through your material the way you want to, you got to keep your poise. Can't get emotional, right? And That's what I'll say. And I'll say not only battle rap, but that keeping your poise carries through life, bro. Carries through. It's bigger than that. It carries through everything you do.
Man, that's what's up, man. I will say that because coming from experience doing battle rap, man, you got a lot of shit flowing through your head. And at the same time, you got to maintain the memorization of your bars. So like that's a good lesson right there to be able to spread through the knowledge of the concrete jungle out there, Oos. And like we were saying earlier, Oos, so now fast forward to now you're 3 battles in, and now you rocking fucking cards with your cousin.
Right. Trav.
Bruh, I got family that they do music also. I wish and I would love the opportunity to jump in a battle rap and start slicing motherfuckers. Let's talk about that real quick, man. How's that feeling?
With my cousin stuff?
Yeah, being in the live battle with Cuz.
That was a special thing. So he's, my guy D was referring to when me and my cousin Trav got into battle rap the same time as I did. And eventually these cards started having 2-on-2 battle raps. Those are for people that don't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
2-on-2. It's not 1-on-1, it's 2-on-2. And so I grew up with my cousin. My cousin Trav is the reason I got into everything I'm into. He's the one that got me into watching battle rap. And behind the scenes stuff, when I started riding when I was younger, when I was asking him about advice, he told me, he goes, hey, when you rap like there's someone in front of you and you never want that person to rap again. And then after that, I was like, okay, say less. That's how I'm gonna rap then. And that's what it started. So, but man, I'll just say me and my cuz Trav Uncut, you know what I mean? He goes by Trav Uncut. It's my guy. That was the dopest thing because when we started doing 2-on-2s and more events started having 2-on-2 battle rap, because it's a cool look. It's like in wrestling, like you like the tag team champion, like it's a different look than the 1-on-1, you know what I'm saying? So that was dope because it was like the chemistry me and my cuz Trav had. You know what I mean? It was like people asked, because our rounds we would go line for line, word for word. Boom, we'd finish each other's lines and shit like that. So people would ask, like, how do y'all write your rhymes? Like, I go, bro, me and my cuz, we sit back fucking blow some tree, and we walk around talking about, yeah, yo, I'm gonna say this. What you gonna say if I say this? Blah blah blah. I'm gonna say this, and then all of a sudden it just creates. So when anybody battled us, like nobody won because the chemistry me and Trav have would be just like that, man. It would just be interweaving. Like all of a sudden, boom, I'm hitting words, and yeah, that shit was so fun, man. That shit was so fun. Yeah, if you don't know what I'm saying, look up NATO, NATO, and Trav Uncut on YouTube. You can see all our battles there. Yeah, all 2-on-2, NATO and Trav Uncut.
Shout out to the cousin, Trav Uncut, yo. Bro got bars right there too. And he got a few battles in too. So yeah man. Look that shit up Uncut. Right there.
TRAVUNCUT Uncut. Y'all gotta look that up. I'll put that in the comments. We'll do that. All this.
Man, what's the difference preparing for a battle by yourself and preparing with a partner?
Knowing that it's not only knowing that it's not just you, but that in the back of your mind. So the way you perform by yourself, basically, like, if you play one-on-one basketball, the way one-on-one basketball would be different if you played 3-on-3, right? Like, it's like I'm saying, it's that, like, so there's teamwork involved. The way you play might alter a little bit based on who you're with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not like your skill level, but your chemistry, and you got to keep that. And so that's like the biggest thing, is just knowing that there's another person that you got to interweave with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it's like, and we battled, and not only the battles I've been in, I've seen tag teams that didn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't work because there's too much stuff going on.
And that's what I was saying about you and the Usos Trav's battle, was that that's shit that you can't even pay for, like, come by, because that's family shit. Y'all grew up together. So like having that in your background, because when I seen the battles, I was like, hey, these motherfuckers about to lose to these, to the brothers right here. Only reason why is because it reminds me of being with my cousins. When me and my cousin, shout out to Samoa and I-Rock, when we would be anywhere around some rappers, we was murking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's a chemistry amongst you two, you know?
Yeah, especially when you go in and you talking about blah, 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 then your cousin comes in, hold up, cuz, blah, blah, blah. But all of a sudden they're like, oh, damn, like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, they've clearly spent time in their life together.
Like, we in tune to each other's cadence. You know what I'm saying?
Because they over here, oh, me and my homie, we kick it sometimes. Cool, whatever. But then over there, it's like, yeah, they grew up together. Like, what we got against that? Like, nothing. You don't got nothing.
Where do you get more of a rush in performing on the stage with your music or battle rap?
Oh man, battle
rap is a crazy ass fucking rush, yo. That shit is like.
I tell people, so I'll tell you this. So you've seen probably through the grapevine of stuff that the riot's been popping.
Yeah.
Like Geechee Gotti, they got Geechee Gotti look. So Smack's looking. My cousin Trav, couple. I haven't been in tune to, you know what I mean, really shit, but you know what I mean. But only a couple events ago, my cousin Trav went.
Yeah.
And everybody there, Trav, yo, when you coming back? When y'all coming back? When you in there? And then KP slid Trav to the side and go, KP, you know KP. He goes, hey yo, Trav. You see we popping. If you and NATO ever want to spot back here, let me know. Y'all been here since the beginning. So that's open. So the funny thing, so I'm gonna pause that to say, when you ask me what's a bigger rush, I tell people to this day, because there's cousins and some people that are around for my music stuff right now that just we weren't really hanging out like that when I was in battle rap. Yeah. Right? So there's people that I kick it with right now that don't really know the battle rap me, like in terms of around the time, right?
Yeah.
And when you ask me the question right now, what gives you a bigger rush? I tell them all the time, dude. Like, I love music, right? But music is everything about the music and the performance. And when you lay something down, it's premeditated how the things are gonna go. Meaning your recording sessions, your performance, you practice, you rehearse for your performance. Yeah, you don't know how it's going to go to the live thing, right? But battle rap, man, I tell you all the time, but that is the biggest rush I've ever got like by far. Like I'm talking about when you in the midst of a battle and I'm like and you God forbid like I had a lot of away games. Every game, every battle of mine was an away game. What are you talking about? There's 80 people there. I'm battling a black dude.
If you bro, if you an Islander, bro, you playing away all the time, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of away games. And I remember 1-2-1-2 me and Chav had in San Diego, bro. Away. And when you going in and you know and I'm because I'm motivated by like doubt. So when I'm rapping as if these people like they're trying to boo me. They're trying to think it's whack. And when me and Trav are going boom, 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 and you hit a bar and then go, oh, what the fuck? Like you don't get that response ever in a performance.
That's real shit.
Like you'll get, oh, okay, yeah, but you don't get people looking at you like this dude Devo's whack, bro. And then you hit them something and they go, what did he just like? You don't get that in like the performance things of music. And that's like the biggest thing I miss from battle rap, I would say. Like as if I was just reminiscing on like when you was doing something crazy back in the day. Like that's what I reminisce on battle rap is like that when you going in and you hit someone with a bar and then the crowd's like, yo, what? And then all of a sudden they're looking at the dude like, I don't know. Like we had you winning, but this dude NATO's looking like
he just countered everything you did.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing like that, man. So yeah, I'm gonna say battle rap for that answer. For sure.
Man, I love that, dude, because there's not a lot of battle rappers in our culture, and shout out to you, Oos, and I really do hope you return to battle rap, bro. Because right. you had a real fire for the shit. You know what I'm saying, Oos?
You said it's not a lot of battle rappers, not a lot of good ones.
I'm gonna just say I'm saying there's not a lot because if there were a lot of us just out there, I'd say we deserve to be on every card. But there's not a lot of us out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, there's not a lot just to begin with. Right, facts.
So I'm saying, Oos, I hope you do jump back in that shit. And I have been watching Geechee, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to see where he's at right now and how he's elevated to his platform. And I think that's the dope part about battle rap is because it could elevate wherever your music's at. Speaking of that, I want to throw in a bid, bro. Because I just interviewed a couple months ago, and I think y'all would be a dope one-on-one, bro. Your comeback. Think about it, man. NATO versus Cali Smooth.
Oh. See.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that shit would be dope.
That'd be crazy. He knows me, Travis. So, but yeah,
a lot of people don't know that Cali Smooth is Hawaiian.
Yeah.
So we bring it back to the islands. You know what I'm saying? Battle of the Islands. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But it's also one of those things. Like, not that I doubt my ability or talent to come back, but like I just heard what Conceited said, and I'm not at all fucking putting my like none of that shit. But like Conceited got asked if he returned to battle rap, right?
Right.
And he said like I've thought of it, but he goes honestly like it has to be the right thing. But he goes I don't know. He's like I've been away from it for a while. He's like I don't want to hop back in it thinking something to fuck around and get smoked in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not that I can even get smoked. I've never been smoked in my career. Like, and as far as my little career battle rap, whatever it was, I've never been smoked. I won't get smoked, but it's like, but it's a whole thing because there's a whole lingo. There's a whole lingo behind battle rap. And it's like, if you ain't in tune to it, like that could be the reason the other dude has like more info than you know what I mean? Or whatever. But you know what I mean? But I thought about it, but
that's a good point to make because if you're not really caught up on the current affairs, a lot of bars gonna go over your head.
Right, exactly.
And then a lot of people gonna look at you and your bars like, bro, where you been? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And they can have a bar. They can have a bar that just goes like, oh, so like this shit ain't gonna go well, and they just name a battle that just happened, so and so versus so and so, and like say they got in a fight or something. All of a sudden, like that bar's crazy to everybody, right? Oh, and you over here talking about like who the fuck who is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, shit like that. Like you know, but yeah, exactly.
No, that's real shit.
The lingo, like you know what I mean? You know how it is. And that's the thing is like that's even with both of us. Like eventually, like, some of the stuff people be talking about, you're like, whatever, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Best battle bar that sticks out in your head from what one of your battles.
From one of mine?
Yeah. You got one off the top of your head that you remember?
Yeah, I would say this. I would say yeah. So I would say the top two for me is either the Marvel scheme that I had. I have this whole scheme using like a bunch of the Marvel characters that was at a tournament and it fucking hit. It was huge, it was big reaction. The other bar that I have that's like more just like a shorter bar was it's a play. Some people might call it a bite. I definitely don't think it's a bite at all because the way I used it. So Hollow to Dawn used to have this thing called roasting session, right? Like so, and basically, if people aren't familiar, roasting session, it's basically in the battle when he's already killing the person and he goes roasting session, and then he starts just joking on him, right? Just starts cracking jokes like fat jokes or whatever, and then like, at that point the crowd's just laughing like he's. So my thing is I flipped it like because being an island boy at this point people already knew like the island boys like how we roll, and so I was battling this dude and of course he came with the Asian jokes, and the crazy thing is I had this, it was a rebuttal, it wasn't part of my round, it was a rebuttal in case he said any Asian jokes, and he did, which was expected. So then whatever, what did he say? He said Asian, so I was like, you talking about Asian Panda Express, whatever, that's fine with me, arms up, heads bow. Now it's time to eat. I say, you be talking about guns. Well, I don't need no. I say you talking about guns. Well, I don't need no Wesson, long spear, straight through him. Let's have a roasting session. Like, and when I hit that, oh man, when I hit that, because it's like, because me too, like how I put myself together, it's kind of like a choreography to the whole thing, you know what I mean? So it's like, you talking about guns, I don't need no Wesson, long spear, straight through them. Let's have a roasting session. That was one of, like, especially when I was like long spear straight through them, they were like, and then when I hit that roasting session, there was like, yeah, they went crazy for that shit.
That was dope, man. That's dope picture painting right there, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I know a lot of people who step away from battle rap, getting back to the music, they definitely miss that rush. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing I will say about you though, Oos, and it's very, contradictory to what they say about battle rappers. You actually make good music, Oos. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big old, you know what I mean, myth. Can battle rappers make good music or not? You know what I'm saying?
See, I tell people again, like a lot of people that find their voice first in battle rap, or like say they were trying to do music and they find their biggest reaction thing is through battle rap, it kind of overtakes them and affects them. And it's like, bro, you can't spit a battle rap cadence bar on a beat. So yes, the metaphors on beats are gonna be a little more simple than battle rap bars. Like they're gonna be a little more simple because of the cadence of the timing you have to stick to, blah blah blah. But not only that, but I don't just rap. Like I can fucking sing. I could make R&B beats. I could play the piano. I could play the guitar. Like so, it's like it's much more than so. Battle rap is like it. I look at this like say like all music is like the NBA, right? And battle rap is like and1. Like it's a very niche part of it, right? Yeah. A very niche part of rap. Because not even rap. Look, here's rap, right? Here's rap. Here's battle rap. I'm not talking about how big it is, but yeah, even still how big it is, yeah. But here's rap. Here's battle rap. It's a very niche part. It's almost like a cult. Like it's
definitely a cult.
It's a cult.
It's definitely a cult.
And how take someone that has no knowledge of battle rap and bring them to a battle. They're not going to understand half the bars that get spit, right? Sure. The other half they'll understand because they're going to be basketball, put the 9 like Ron, whatever. They're going to be those bars, but yeah, it's like a cult. So that was my thing. Is like why I love battle rap is because it's like if you played in the NBA or whatever, if you could play and then you go to Rucker Park or you go play and1, right? It's a very niche type of play. So like it kind of exercises that type of thing from your mind. And to me, my all in all, like not to say I end my battle rap thing here, but why my tell all of why I love battle rap is because it expanded my mind creatively. Period. That's all I really cared for from battle rap, is that it expanded my creative mind so far out of the borders that where it was before it, you know.
Expansion is everything, brother. You know, growth. You know what I'm saying? You're evolving. Evolution is going on with you, bro.
Yeah.
So, in regards to that, bro, what can we expect? What's coming up? What's new with NATO?
Well, I got a bunch of singles going to be dropping in the next couple of months. I just dropped an EP with two of my boys. It's called Clear Diamond. Look up NATO on Spotify. NATO. I'll put my tag. We'll put my tag right here in the little comments when this gets dropped. You know what I'm saying? We'll clip this part, blah blah blah. But yeah, man, more music, performances coming up. But mainly, I just want people to follow me on social media, man. That's where all my stuff is. NATO 671 on everything. NATO 671 Twitter, NATO 671 Instagram, NATO 671 Facebook, NATO, Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah, we're gonna drop stuff. And me and D gonna have some dope shit coming too.
Let's get it, man. You already know what's up, Oos. Man, before we do let you go, Oos, I want you to shout out to that young Oos, that young Chelu that might be catching these battle raps, you know what I'm saying, coming across this, you know what I'm saying, this tomorrow. They're like, man, what the fuck is this? Yeah. What are your words of wisdom for that youngin that's coming up?
To my tomorrow artists out there, right? If you artists, you do whatever you do, hit me up. Just hit me up. Let's talk. I could, you know what I mean? Like whether you in Guam or in the States and you rapping and you like to rap, whatever you like to do, not even rap, you play instruments, you like to sing, whatever, hit me up. I could show you some shit, bro. I could show you some shit for the better of not just you, for the better of us. We can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? If you from Guam or you know you like any ties to Guam, whatever, you rep it. And then don't be ashamed of that shit. Hit me up. And you know what I mean? I'll show you how to do I'll show you how to just learn more from shit. And then me showing you showing me. We learn from each other, all that good stuff, man. I want all my people from Guam. I want more people from Guam to be out, man. More artists, more singers, more everything. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
That's what's up, man. Y'all heard it, man. We'll connect everybody out there with you out there, and especially with the Concrete Jungle Oos. We're reaching from Cali to overseas, New Zealand, everywhere, bro. We even got people up in Palestine, you know what I'm saying, tapping in with us. What up, Oos? Yeah. So, yo, before we do let you go, I know you got a lot of people that you're working with. Any shout outs that you'd like to go ahead and give?
Shout out my boy Alexander the Great, my engineer, my homie. Shout out my boy Wes. Shout out my boy Smurf. Shout out my cousin. Shout out Devo. Shout out freaking all the island movement, bro. Everything. Shout out Umo Beats. That's the homie with the look up Umo Beats. Fire shit. Yeah, man.
That's what's up, yo. We're plugging up the whole culture, yo. That's right, y'all. It is your Uso Devotion with the Concrete Jungle, chilling with my Chelu, my Oos, NATO, yo, fresh off the block artist of the week. Keep it locked. Concrete Jungle.
This is the real Concrete Jungle.
What's good, yo? It's your boy NATO. I'm chilling right here on the Concrete Jungle with my Uso Devotion. Let's get it.
The Concrete Jungle. Concrete Jungle.